this, and I hope you've taken time to read it because I'm not going to dwell on those details, but these few pages represent hundreds of hours of practice, hundreds of hours of buying reeds, hundreds of hours of countless joy to audiences like us, and I'm sure countless hours of partners and spouses hearing these songs so they could probably do it themselves. There are family dynamics involved, there's all sorts of things happening. It's just a fabulous evening of entertainment. Now the first person I do have to introduce though is Deb Thompson. So it's described in the program as Deb is the big sister of Andrew Jackson. Now, I'll let you decide about the adjective big. Yes.
She's my big sister.
I missed it.
These people, their talents will all speak for themselves, but Deb is just, well, it says in here the Jill of all trades that she is. She's a composer, she's an accompanist, she's a multi-talented instrumentalist, she's a composer, she just does it all. So she's going to open the program with a classic, so please welcome Deb to the piano. so we'll hear the oboe and then we'll talk about it. Please welcome Kathy to the stage. Remember those reeds I told you about? Was amazing, and if anyone ever needed a lesson in long legato phrases, there it was. Did you ever see her breathe? Those phrases go from Bowmanville to Ajax. That was amazing, Kathy. Thank you so much. Now, when the next people are taking their place, I think you realized over dinner that this is a special occasion. There's a family whole connection here because today is actually Marlene's 90th birthday. So another round of applause. And mothers are so important to this music scene. My mother was not a musician, but she knew rhythms and stuff. So she'd be baking, I'd to be playing. I hated practicing because it was a solitary thing. And she'd come flying through, clapping her hands, and the flower would be flying, whatever. It's all a great thing. I have a story, and of course all my stories are real and true, as you know. This is a wonderful story about a family dyad. There was a very sensitive brother and a very callous brother. And the sensitive brother had a Persian cat called Fluffy that he adored. And so he went off on vacation and he left the cat in charge of the insensitive brother. And so when he got back, they were driving away from the airport, and the insensitive brother said, "Oh, Fluffy died." And so the sensitive brother went into this just inconsolable cry, just wept and wept and wept. And when he got himself under control, he said, "That was so cruel of you. You know, there's a way you could have done that. You could have said, you know, Fluffy stopped eating, we just could not persuade her to eat. And then she went up on the roof and we could not persuade her to get down." So it was forgotten. Anyway, the whole thing blew over. And in the due course of events, the sensitive brother went off on another trip. And so when he came back, the brother picked him up in the airport and they drove for many kilometers in silence because there was nothing to say. And then finally the sensitive brother said, "Oh, how is mother?" And he said, "She's up on the roof." Now, you're going to be treated to this fabulous guy on saxophone who has the most amazing ear. Whatever he hears, he can play, because I witnessed it just in the short time that I've known since yesterday. So if he can hear it, he can play it. And on the drums over there is a local, Shay, and Shay is an amazing musician. Besides all that's in the program, I saw a video of her break dancing, which was amazing.
Wow.
I know your grandmother, right? and while you're at it, Grandma should stand up at her, because I was part of this too. Eleanor is a third-generation Trinity grad, but when unfortunately they closed their doors, she chose us, and we're so glad. She's such a loyal choir member, and underneath that perfect postured exterior is a wicked sense of humor. That's where she fits in. So, ladies and gentlemen, Shay, Brian, and what would we do? Deborah. Deborah, one more time. fabulous choir member. He's a fabulous reader. He's so many things, but he's also my Polar Express friend. He believes, and for him, the bell will always ring, and consequently, it keeps ringing for all of us, because sometimes life can make you very jaded, but it never happens with Andrew. Halloween, Christmas, anything is a big occasion, and we're so glad to have him here. So just give me a minute to set up 20 pages of music and rock.
Helps to turn it on. There we go.
And so of us always like it when the music is in the right order of pages somehow.
I think there's 9 or 12 pages there. Poor Doug. I'll find a longer one next time, Doug.
It's called Music by the Mile. Okay, here we go.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting out for me, that I call my home. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, a million dreams they fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world can be, a vision of what I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I'll compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care, so call us crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
And now we're going to be joined by Marion, who is also a valued member of this church, and you'll get to see her in her role as a comic, or she has comic timing down to perfection. So these two are going to do an amazing duet. I must tell you about Marion, though. She does amazing things for the outreach programs here at St. Paul's, and I'm not kidding. She washes clothes for the marginalized. She collects towels and all sorts of things for the Muslims Women's Shelter in Whitby. She's everything. She's also a bossy lady on occasion, but I please welcome Marion and Andrew. Just give me another minute. This is another music by the mom.
Oh, you're red.
I'm ready.
I don't know. Oh, it's green now. There we go. Test, test. You're hot. There you go. Mine is hot.
Can't do that enough. I don't think.
How much more are we gonna take? How many nights do we have to lie awake? How many tears are we gonna cry? We can wish until the well runs dry, but what happens when the sky above runs down of every single shooting star? And what if every good intention's only meant to go so far? Only love can save us now. Keep the world burning down, down, down to the ground, ground, ground. Only love can look inside you and heart and see us who we are, and who we are with you, love. If only there was only love, only love, only love, only love. How many lessons have we really learned? How many bridges could we cross instead of burn? Why do we find it hard to forgive? We're so blind that it's easy to forget. Only love can save us now. Keep the world from burning down, down, down to the ground, ground, ground. Only love can look inside you and heart and see us who we are, and who we are with you, love. If only there was only love, only love, only love, only love, only love, only love,
weather. I have a story about outreach that is traditional here. We always tell two stories at these concerts, and this is the one. It was a summer's night. There was a terrible storm brewing in the country, and the husband and wife team had gone to bed early and fallen asleep. And the wife poked her husband and she said, "You have to get up. There's somebody at the front door." And he said, "Are you kidding me? In this weather?" "No." And out here in the country, no, she said, "I'm not kidding, darling. You have to go to the front door. There's somebody there, I'm sure." So he rolled his eyes, he put on his bathrobe, and he went to the front door, and he threw the front door open, and sure enough, there stood a man soaking wet and the worst liquor. And so the guy said, "What do you want?" And he said, "I need a push." He said, "You need a push? In this weather? Are you kidding me?" And he slammed the door and he went back to bed. And his wife said, so what was that about? He said, "Well, there's a man there with the worst liquor and he wants a push." Well, she said, "Aren't you going to help him? Like, wouldn't that be the Christian thing to do, to help him? Don't you remember, not a few many weeks ago, you got stuck and those two kids helped push you out?" So he groaned, he rolled his eyes, he got dressed, and he went to the front door, and he looked out into the dark, and he said, "Psst, is there anybody out there?" "Yes." He said, "Do you still need a push?" "Yes." He said, "Where are you anywhere?" He said, "Over here on the swing." Come on, work it. Okay, so this is special. These are two amazing numbers, and they not only are being performed by Deb, but they were composed by Deb. So wait till you hear this, and then we'll talk about it after.
The first one is hot and humid. So are you feeling hot? Oh, you're embarrassed to say it. As you noticed earlier, I disrobed unintentionally in my first number, but that just indicates how hot it is up here. Too bad Brian, you weren't playing with me. If we had like one more day, Brian would have played. As a result of sustaining a traumatic brain injury, where I lost my faculties and had to learn everything that was my memory. I lost my memory. I thought that only happened in soap operas, but I had amnesia. And so I still don't know how I sustained my injury. I've been kind of told. So I decided I would write a fictitious story of how it happened, because that made it a little more interesting. And that's what led me to the night I met Carlos.
We need a rose for her teeth.
The night I met Carlos, I was dancing the tango on the steps of a castle in the Argentine campo. In my red satin gown, slipped on my heel, tumbled down. I rolled to the street, landing face down at his feet. As I lay in a daze, surrounded by stars, white-faced, he bent to my face and wrapped me in his warm embrace. The night I met Carlos, I was dancing the tango on the steps of a castle in the Argentine campo. He sang in my ear words that I so long to hear, even though in my head I still have no clue what he said. He was there, it was a bringer of light and of song. He swept me away, my angel I miss to this day. The night I met Carlos, I was dancing the tango on the steps of a castle in the Argentine campo. That night I met Carlos is a story I'll cling to, so that I don't go loco about a past I don't know. That night I met Carlos, I was dancing the tango on the steps of a castle in the Argentine campo.
If you've never been to Buenos Aires, you should go. It's a fabulous place. Everything about it is sexy. The music, the wine, the people, the temperature, and they've taken huge hunks of the old city and enclosed it in glass. So it's like a mall, but it's all enclosed. I have to tell you another interesting story. I was rehearsal accompanist and played keyboards for Evita. So the day of the first run-through, I left after church and we started. And I also at the time had a new love interest, and you know how that goes. You can't be separated, right? So we have to go for dinner. Sorry, like I can't go till at least 7:30. So I gave directions to the rehearsal hall. Everything went well. We were in the midst of rehearsal, and my friend got to the wrong door, came up the stairs that opened onto the stage. So, boom, there he was on the stage. And at this point, the director was berating the whole cast, saying, "I can't believe you guys. Don't you get the picture? It's a hot, sultry night in Buenos Aires. You all have on seductive clothing, the music is sexy, and you're all hoping to score before the night is out. And then she turned and she said to my friend, "Can I help you?" And he said, "No, I'm sure I'm in the right place." Now, there are people up here who have not been introduced, but they are amazing musicians. You know what struck me yesterday? A lot of these people I'd never met before, but they have senses of humor that are way left of center, much like my own. They all are so artistic, and the sense of community, well, it just manifests itself in this music. So just listen and welcome all of these fabulous musicians to the stage. Gary and Larry have to be mentioned, there's no question. So Gary's the guy back there playing the, looks like a refrigerator almost. Have you seen the size of that mouthpiece? It's like blowing into a soup bowl. That's the guy. And our friend on the trumpet over here, so special welcome to those guys, they're amazing.
Oh, this is a sing-along. So, ready? Oh, there we go. So please sing as we play. I'm sure you know this song. There you go.
station, so feel free to help yourself if you need to. Also, what was I going to mention? Oh, yes. While we're getting up, there's one more story you should hear. This is another classic that we always use at St. Paul's. And we like to treat our Roman Catholic friends with the respect due them as well. And so this story concerns a nun. And this nun was on a flight to Calgary. And so you know what airports are like these days. So she waited and she waited and she happened to look up and there was a machine that said for 25 cents it would tell her her weight and her fortune. So she thought, well, why not? So she dug into her habit pocket, put 25 cents in, and the machine said you're a nun, you weigh 130 pounds, and you're on a flight to Calgary. And she thought, isn't that amazing? Anyway, put no faith in it and sat down again, and then time was long, and she thought, oh, well, why not? I'll give it a shot again. So she put another quarter in the machine. It said you're a nun, you weigh 130 pounds, you're on a flight to Calgary, and you're going to make beautiful music. And she thought, oh, machine's way off this time, boy. I can't even carry a tune. So she went back to her seat and thought she'd duped the machine. In the due course, a young man came down and sat in the seat, one removed, and put a case down in between her, an instrument case. And so she kind of eyed it, and he said, oh, are you interested? It's the most beautiful violin you've ever seen. I'll show you. And so he took it out and he said, here, play it. Oh, no, she said, I can't even sing. He said, no, it's easy. Let me show you. So he put the violin under her chin, he gave her the bow, and actually she made very beautiful sounds. So she thought, whatever. So then he bid adieu, and off he went on his flight, and then time was long again. So she dug in her pocket, and lo and behold, another 25 cents, and up she went. And so the machine said, this time, you're a nun, you weigh 130 pounds, you make beautiful music, you're on a flight to Calgary, and you're going to break wind. She thought, not someone of my station, never. So as she backed off the machine, sure enough, it didn't happen. She was mortified. So she sat down quickly and thought, well, at least no one saw me. So anyways, time was long again, and she put her hand in the, she had one more quarter. So she went up, she put it in the machine said, you're a nun, you weigh 130 pounds. With all your fiddle farting around, you missed your flight to Calgary. on to the next one. think the baby looks like Bill. There's a couple of people I should introduce to you to. Is our minister, Reverend Michelle, is over there. Reverend Michelle, please stand up and be And ahead of her is her not so reverend husband, Rummerfeld. Now, welcome these saxophonists back to the stage, because here we go. It's amazing.
I haven't got my breath yet from Marion back.
Sizzling.
You're right. How apt.
And she had some major surgery on this cymbal today, too.
During our run through, something was not working, and I tried to fix it, and actually broke it. So I just left it because it was fine. So I had to call a whole bunch of my coworkers because apparently I don't know how to fix things. And all of them were busy, but one that was working. He's amazing. He's not here, but shut up he was. He got all the way from Oshburn with me to here to help me fix this before today. So.
Yay! So I'm about to sing a song from a show called Beauty and the Beast. And I felt deeply honored because a number of you from this church came to see the show in Keswick, of all places. We traveled all that great distance, and it meant the world to me. And some of you didn't get a chance to see the show, so I thought, you know what, I'll revisit this particular piece. With this character. I don't have the fake teeth or the fur and prosthetics on my face, but it gives you a sense of the character and the heart. And in this particular point in the show, it's right before the end of Act 1. The character is in a very dark place. It's feeling a deep state of loneliness or hopelessness.
My twisted face has not the slightest trace of anything that even hints at blindness, and from my tortured shame, no comfort, no escape. Is untemperingness hopeless as my dream dies, as the time flies, love lost illusion, helpless, unforgiven, pulled and driven to this sad conclusion. No beauty could move me, no goodness improve me, no power on earth if I can love her. No passion could reach me, no lesson could teach me how I could have loved her and make her love me too. If I can't love her, then who? And unthinking that I move onward.
final song of the evening. I want to thank all of you for taking part in this amazing fundraiser. Thank you so much. It means the world to all of us. I'm so grateful to have so many talented musicians up here. My sister, big sister. Thank you, Dr. Harrison. Kathy Beatty, this incredible oboe player. Dixie McBride, who's the player. Brian Monroe, our incredible sax player. Gary Phillips, our tuba. Sam plays trumpet, trombone, I don't know how many instruments. Our wonderful neighbor Eleanor Colwell, who plays French horn, thank you. Our granddaughter Shirley Colwell. And of course, Larry, thank you. Larry Pecunia. I never know how to pronounce your last name, but I'm so sorry, Larry. Thank you for playing the trumpet. He plays baritone in most of the baritone. Thank you, Doug Rule. You're incredible. I appreciate you so much for being our MC this evening and performing once again. It's a shame you have no sense of humor. And I want to thank Brandon, who is the unsung hero up there, who makes this all happen. Marion Marie Clark, wasn't she wonderful? Wasn't she hilarious? She's such a beautiful singer. And let's not forget the baby, Joe Dalrymple. He's a good sport for doing that. And I want to also thank Nancy Sturman, who helped organize this with the tickets, and I had a photocopier that broke down, and so she helped me a great deal with all of this. So thank you, Nancy. And also, yeah, thank you. And while I think of it, apparently those of you who may want to take home some of the food, you can actually make, pay a little bit of funds to help raise more money to cover the deficit. That's up to you. But if you'd like to take some food home or share it with somebody who didn't make it to the concert, please do. Did I leave anybody else out?
Yes, Andrew Jackson.
Oh, me.
I think all of the performers should stand up and turn around and look at the audience and give another round of applause.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Larry.
Memories are made. Wasn't it true? Oh, it was amazing. Okay, Andrew, you can go ahead.
Can't Help Falling in Love. This is going to be a sing-along with all of us. Deb, you want to give us the first note? That's perfect. I was waiting for the lyrics to go. There we go. So please sing with all of us, okay?